guys, Miss Leanne's Place here. This is Miss Leanne, and today we are going to learn about what a plant needs. But first, we're going to review what we learned last week. Moms, with all of the links, things to print below, you will in those things find this page. You'll find this page right here, okay? So this is going to be a great way, I believe, for us to review and maybe even cover some things that I forgot to last time. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, guys, you are sitting somewhere. It could be anywhere in your house, on your bottoms. You're ready to listen. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, kindness, and self-control. If you still don't have your self-control, maybe take a few more deep breaths and find a quiet place where you can focus in and we can see what we're going to learn today. Okay, guys, so we're going to start here with this page right here. At the top, it says you can put your name, so it's a great opportunity to practice names, moms. A way to do that if they're not confident enough to write it on their own just yet, or if you find that they're continually not doing certain letters correctly, take a light colored marker. It could be yellow or like a light pink or preferably a highlighter, and write their name right there, just as you would want them to, and allow them to trace over it. You can maybe leave space for them to try themselves if they're far enough along to do that. All right, the life cycle of a plant. The life cycle of a plant. That's really what we learned about this last video. I know I call it parts of a plant, but we also covered the life cycle. But let's see maybe what we didn't learn and remember what we did, okay? All plants are living. They have a life cycle. Plants start as a seed. The seed is planted in the ground. Soon the seeds begin to grow. Roots grow down into the soil. These roots will help get water for the plant. A seedling is a baby plant and it grows leaves. The leaves help the plant begin to make food from air and water. Soon it will grow into a bigger plant. Seeds from different plants will grow different adult plants. An adult plant starts to form. It can grow flowers or fruits. New seeds are made. These seeds can then be spread and planted. Then the life cycle begins again. It goes around and around and around. All right, guys, we are going to answer these questions before I confuse you by putting extra things in there. And then I actually want to go back over this and talk about some of these things, okay? So parents, if a kiddo needs help, they can follow along on their own paper and you can be sitting there with them, or you can just let them follow along with me. And it's not necessarily needed to print out this paper, okay? True or false? I don't know that we've done some of these at school necessarily before, but true or false just means, is this correct or is it not correct? So yes, true, or no, false. So maybe you could give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're just following along and don't have your own paper. Because there's no need to waste paper right now, huh? I know we're being careful with ours, so we have enough for school for a long time. Okay, plants are not alive. Is that a yes, true, or a no, false? Plants are not alive. That is not true. Plants are alive. Plants are live, living things, okay? Different kinds of seeds grow different kinds of plants. Well, this is kind of a tricky way of wording this. If you remember what we read in the Bible, it says that they made like their own kind. So a tomato plant makes a tomato plant. And a watermelon makes a watermelon. Hopefully big juicy watermelons, huh? Or a rose bush makes a rose bush. It doesn't switch up, and an apple doesn't make a banana. No. So what this is saying is that a seed only makes a plant of its own kind. An apple can't make an orange or a banana. It only makes an apple. Okay? Seeds can come from fruits. Is that true? Yes. Yes. Do you remember that a fruit has a seed in it? That's what makes it a fruit. An apple is a fruit. A tomato is a fruit, right? That's crazy. I thought a tomato was a vegetable, but it's a fruit. Adult plants make seeds and the life cycle begins again. Is that yes, true, or no, false? What do you think? Yes, that's true. The adult plant makes seeds and then they spread out and the life cycle begins again. How are those seeds spread out? Lots and lots and lots of different ways. God made each seed unique just like he made the plant. Some seeds have little spinners on them so they can be carried in the wind very easily. Some seeds are a favorite snack for birds, and so birds eat them up. And then you know what they do? I think we talked about this. They poop them out onto the ground, and then they grow. Even after going through the bird's digestive system, sometimes a seed is still good and can grow. Isn't that cool? So many neat ways. Sometimes we go buy the seeds and we plant them. And that's a good thing too. We're being used by God to multiply the plants and vegetables and the pretty things. All right, guys. I think that was a good review and taught us a few other things. All right, something else I want to know about is, have you planted your bean? If you haven't, that's okay. You can go back and watch part 2 of parts of the plant, and that will talk about this activity that we are going to probably continue talking about through a few videos. But you should have this page in the links that I've given you in the description box of the first 2 videos, parts of a plant, part 1 and 2. And it's just a blank journal page. But what I would love for you to do is express your thoughts on here, and you can draw a picture of what your plant is looking like, of what your little bean is looking like. Maybe you're just going to do it today, and so you're just going to draw a square for the bag and your little brown bean inside. Or maybe it's been a few days and your green roots have started to come out and your little sprout, and you could draw that. And down here you could ask mommy or daddy to help you, and they can help you write, or you can try for yourself, and if you need some help, possibly mom or dad could write a sentence in highlighter that you can trace. Okay? And when we do that, mom and dad, we want to talk about the parts of a sentence and how the first letter is capitalized and there's a period on the end. Okay? We just always want to point those things out and they will pick them up. So I want to see that. And of course you can make extra copies of this, and maybe once every 2 or 3 days let them express their thoughts about their little